Hey, what's up guys? My name is Moda and welcome back to the Mining Stacker YouTube channel. Today's date is February 22nd. Today's video gonna be talking about the K7. So I've had mine up and running for about a week now. So gonna go over the specs, gonna go over profitability and see how we're looking, right? To give you a little update on that. And so we can kind of compare to see how you guys are doing, right? So we'll talk about that here in a second. So if that sounds good, guys, stay tuned. So, want to throw this out there for any of you guys who also got a K7, please comment. Please comment what pool you're using, what kind of yield you're getting, what your rejection rate is, and your overall experience of it, right? Initially, I kind of wanted to do like pool hopping videos, like do a couple days here, a couple days there. But in reality, because everything is so volatile, it's not really worthwhile because every day the yield has been changing, right? Until that difficulty and the hash rate like kind of balances out, it's gonna be worthless essentially, right? Unless we're able to see from different people in real time, like, oh, okay, my past 24 hours, I got this on this pool. That's kind of gonna be the only way we kind of get a consensus as to what the better pool may be, right? So a lot of it's gonna have to do with your location, where you are, your network, your setup, your heat, and just your overall unit, right? Some units tend to perform better than others. So keep that into mind, guys. So I did get mine. It's been about a week now, and so far no issues. Right, been one of the lucky ones. Have had zero issues. It's been hashing away. I did get one of the 58 terahash models. So any of you guys who did order from BT Miners and initially pre-ordered a 63 terahash models, make sure you email them. They are supposed to be doing some kind of coupon code incentive thing sometime this week. But make sure you email them. That way you're on that list. I'm assuming it's going to be a coupon code for maybe a couple $100 towards another miner is most likely what it'll be. So just a heads up for any guys who ordered there. So let's get to the stats, right? So this is on that Bitmain dashboard. So the average total hash rate, so this is a 58 terahash unit. It's been about 59.5 fairly consistently, right? The real-time hash rate currently is at 59. It's going to fluctuate up and down. What you want to pay attention to is your average hash rate. And in reality, depending on your pool, you want to see what you're getting there, right? In reality, that's the rejection rate that matters. That's the hash rate that matters because that's what you're going to get paid off of, right? So you can see everything for the most part is normal there. The pool rejection rate, according to this, is 0.73%, which isn't bad. And you can see down here, the temps are doing okay. The inland temp is 61. The outlet temp is 73. So looking pretty good there. Haven't had any issues there. Today is a good test. I think we're supposed to hit about 89 today. Again, down in that Tampa area. Our highs typically in the summer are like 95, 96. But realistically, this is some of the harsher weather because it's constant sun, right? In the summertime, we get a lot of clouds, a lot of rain almost every day. So we do get more relief then. Today is one of those good days as far as testing, for heat goes. So it's doing pretty well in that department. And yeah, so it's been hashing away, no real issues. Been on 2 miners. That's the pool I was been using. Haven't really had any issues with them. Things have been good there. So let's go to that window. Let's change it up here. So overall, right, 24-hour, let's look at the last 24-hour rewards. It's about 5,100. So about 5,126. And overall, the average hash rate at the pool, this is on the pool side, is about 60.43. So it's been doing very well even at the pool level, right? Current hash rate right now is at 59%. So overall doing good there. We can even see on the chart, it's been fairly consistent, right? Very, very consistent, which is a big change from like my Kadena miner, for example, tends to fluctuate quite a bit more. Typically, the rejection rate with DX pool, that's where I have my Kadena miner at, anywhere from like 2 to 5%. Although ultimately, oddly enough, now that I have it fully in the tent with this guy and not just kind of running open air, the rejection rates on even the KD light have been a lot better. Okay, and I think it's just because of the cooling setup, which is not optimal, but it is what it is. But yeah, no complaints with 2 miners so far. Again, the 24-hour reward. Focus on the yield. Don't look at the fiat value. Look at your actual yield. So total amount of KDA, or not KDA, CKB, has been about 5,100, right? So that's typically about in line. The estimated daily profit has it at 5,300. But again, it's going to be very sporadic. Using any calculators, any estimators, it's going to be very sporadic because of that hash rate, right? The hash rate and the difficulty, it's going to be very sporadic for another probably month and a half, right? So any of those guys who ordered on that last restock from Bitmain, the shipping timeline was like February 15th to the end of this month, right? So those guys, a lot of those guys are going to be receiving it now, receiving it in the next 2-3 weeks on top of all the other pre-orders, right? So there still is a lot of hash that's going to be coming online. So these numbers are going to be off, right? So pay attention to your actual yield. That's what you want to focus on. How much is hitting your wallet in those 24 hours, right? Because that's what matters, okay? So now let's look at CKB and stuff overall. Let's take a quick look at that. And this is the hash rate chart, and we can see it's been going up, right? Which is expected. Last time I did an update, we're in the 60s, right? Around the 60 range. So it's gone up quite significantly. It's currently at 133. Did hit a peak yesterday about 146. And even this is kind of sporadic, like looking at the hash rate on the two miners. They also have a hash rate chart, and theirs has been all over the place. I think yesterday it hit like 190 according to them. Again, people, they're going to have API issues. They're going to have issues going on just because it's going to be crazy volatile these next few weeks. Okay, there's literally going to be dozens and dozens and potentially hundreds of units coming all online at once, and it is going to wreak havoc on the network for now. Okay, so again, about a month and a half, we'll have a better idea where we're standing, right? Also keep in mind that your yield is going to continue to go down, guys, right? So as this goes up, what that means for us is the yield is going to go down. The one benefit we've been having though with CKB, especially from the last time I did an update, was the price appreciation, right? So this is why if we go on like mine the ASIC to look at values, it has been doing pretty well. Right, if we look at the overall, this is at a 10-cent kilowatt hour. For the 63.5 terahash model, it's what, almost 23 bucks a day profit. Right, for my model, it's about 21, which is give or take about right, based off of our yield. And that's what we're expecting. But again, the biggest difference is this price appreciation, right? Again, also the last time I did that video, we were down here, right? We're at 0.0023. So it's a big difference. So luckily the price has been going up. Will it stay at this range? We don't know, right? My personal guess is most likely not. Okay, we had a big run up. We are due for a little correction, but again, we don't know. Hopefully, it'd be super nice if we just stay in this range the rest of this year, right? But again, me personally, I look at a worst case scenario. I'm seeing more maybe down here, which is fine. Either way, it is what it is. My mindset, I'm holding everything, right? So I'm paying all my electric out of pocket. I'm just holding as long as it's profitable. Like I mentioned before, I'm good with it, right? But keep in mind for any guys who are thinking of jumping in and basing it off of this current value, just keep in mind that the hash rate and difficulty is going to continue to go up, meaning yield is going to continue to go down. And we have had a nice pump recently, right? So if this doesn't sustain, that USD value is going to go down. So again, that's why I mentioned I harp so big on focus on that yield, right? Focus on your yield and then go from there, right? Because chances are we can have a pullback as we've been going back a little bit right now, but I'm not here to speculate on price. I'm just letting you know what's going on, but just keep that in mind, okay? So that's why this guy's been doing so well, especially in comparison to like the KA3, which is still holding up fairly well, but it hasn't had as much price appreciation, right? If we do get a little pump here in the future, it'd be looking good, but both of them are on the same boats where we got to look at the difficulty, right? This thing's going to continue to go up. Again, hopefully about a month and a half or so, we'll have a better idea. And then I'll keep focused on seeing how many more restocks we get from Bitmain, which hopefully they chill out. But even with the KA3, again, they just did that one the other day. So it seems like they're going to keep on coming. But again, hopefully, like we mentioned, hopefully at least they sprinkle them out, space them out, right? That way it's not all at once. Another thing to keep note with the hash rate and the difficulty is keep an eye on your pool. Okay, this is why I'm like urging you guys, if you could, for any guys who do have your K7, please comment, guys. Please add that to the info. Okay, that way we can see what pools are doing good, which ones aren't doing so well, because some of them are struggling, not necessarily with Nervos, but I know like the KE3. I know Pool Flare's been having issues, and that's why a lot of people have been jumping on like F2 Pool. Because again, guys, it's just an immense amount of hash rate just trying to jump on all at once, right? So these smaller pools may have issues keeping up. So again, guys, please comment your location, your hash rate, your yield, what model you have. That way we can come to a consensus, right? Because again, it's going to be difficult to pool hop and get accurate numbers because every day the yield has been going down. So it's going to be hard to see if it's going down because of the pool change or is just the overall yield. It's hard to determine that. So this way we can all help each other out, get a good consensus of where we're at, right? Maybe we could see a different pool makes more sense, right? All right, guys, just wanted to give you that update. I didn't want to do, I know a lot of people were saying, oh, you should do an unboxing video instead of video, but there's already a ton of those, right? Didn't want to do an unboxing video because K7 looks identical to all the other S19s, and same thing with setup, right? It's identical things. So if you do have one and you're curious about how to do it, look up any of those. There's tons of good videos by many good YouTubers out there, all right? So again, guys, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I am out.